it so early start that we're actually running late. Welcome to this Holding Point Aviation live stream. I'm, of course, your host, Kai. Um, we're going to. Just bear with me, hang on. I just need to change some settings so my GSX audio comes out of my headphones and not my monitor, my speakers. We're in an A321neo today. It's officially an A321LR, but it's all we've got in the simulator. I haven't connected to VATSIM yet. We'll do that in a second. We're at stand 111 for gate 11 here at Manchester this morning. We're, as you can guess from the title, we're going to Mahon in Menorca. It'll be a. What's wrong with that jetway? I think jetway might have had some problems. I'll reposition myself on reposition. Current. Oh dear God. Actually, that looks about right. I've parked on stands down here next to some A321neos, and this looks about right. As in real life, I should note. Is he going to come to us? Handling by Menzies, that's not really right, because Jet2 use their own handling agents. So what we'll do, we'll generate the flight plan with SimBrief. Couldn't think for a second what it was. We'll connect to VATSIM. The call sign for today, or for our first flight of the day, is ChanX22 Romeo Bravo, and operating flight LS863. Yes, LS863. I need to pull up my flight tracking sheet. I've made some updates to it. I don't know if I ever showed you it, but basically it's a sheet I use to track where I'm flying, so I know. Well, why have I got an extra one? Delete. Okay. I'll show you it when we get to Mahon, along with some other tips and tricks that I've learned. I'm gonna put together like a little tips and tricks type video for you soon. Let me just pull up the change dashboard. Perfect. Okay. Yes. So we are in Golf Sierra Uniform November Oscar. Both legs. It's an A321neo. Let me just add it to the aircraft list. This is all things I could do during boarding. I don't know I'm doing it now. Okay. What I'll do, I'll generate that, and then SimBrief can. What we'll do in the interim, we'll just get catering going. Thank you. And of course, because this is Jet2, I'm happy to take the hit for this one and play some Jeskalin. It's I feel like it is a bit of a rite of passage that you fly with Jet2 and you listen to Jeskalin. Is that the only thing correct at the moment with the ground service is the Donata handling? Jet2 use their own handling company that they call Jet2 Handling, obviously, for handling at I think all the UK airports. They use local handlers abroad, but the exception to that is catering, which they get from Donata. But I don't think they send trucks, or do they? Some airlines like EasyJet, they just send a little van along and they chuck it up the back stairs, which, considering the fact, I mean, the amount that's in them, fair play to the crew. Anyway, the only it's a minor issue. It's not doesn't affect anything. It's just something I had noticed. Right, new flight. You can't see what I'm doing. Actually, I'll be nice and I'll change my have I got browser sets? Oh, I haven't started Volanta. You can't see the Okay, whilst I do that, I'm just gonna swap this over to games built on Chromium cannot be. That's because I'm not. Jesus Christ. Okay. So we need to add a flight time. Right, according to Volanta, we're flying from Wythenshawe Hospital's helipad. We're not an A320neo. We are A321neo. Jet2. Base Manchester. A321neo. Lovely stuff. No ATC online at the moment. Manchester, oh, there's someone parked next to us. Is that another... Oh, are they on the same stand? Hope not. This is the actual gate that they used yesterday. Not, no. VATSIM radar. Let me have a little gander. If this person's on... Oh no, 103, we're fine. You can't, again, you can't see what I've just seen, but it looked like there was someone on our stand. So we are, as I say, we are Chanex 22 Romeo Bravo. Connect to VATSIM, and then there should now be someone parked right next. Yep, knew it. Something interesting, is this, oh, wrong one. Something interesting with MSFS 2024. Whoa, that's not good for you. Interesting with MSFS 2024, okay, well before I've had the call sign appear in the registration with the included things, that might have been a one-off occurrence. Wrong button, dear God. Right, let's get everything set up on the inside. Batteries on, I'll leave the fuel pumps off for now. ADI I use nav. Lovely stuff. We'll get the flight deck door open and we will get do apologise. Okay, so let's have a look. Actually, let's get them to board first. Let's reload SimBrief. That's not going to do its lovely things, and we will request boarding. Import from SimBrief the flight plan. We're not leaving on time. Definitely not. We meant to be out 10 minutes ago. I did not ask for that. Thanks. Dear God. Any Builds is they make quite nice aircraft. I have yet to fly the new A350, but it's quite. Why aren't you open? Nice to see the door was. That's why I forget it automatically opens and shuts the door whenever you go outside. That's just a consequence of 2024. But I will go around for the walk around. We'll do a walk around. I'll do that. Did I request boarding? I know it's a bit iffy, but I didn't remember it being this iffy. There we are. Thank you. FMGC, I do not know what the difference is. We'll request the flight plan. Okay. Oh. Is that the cargo doors? I've not been inside when the cargo doors been on before, opening before, so that's quite nice. Okay, so... no, fine. We need to... They would already be on board. Okay, so we are... Oh, hang on. Actually. Very quickly, before we do anything, I need to set emergency exit lights to arm and no smoking auto. I mean, it says it's on. I trust it, but they do need to obviously be on. Okay, so... From Manchester-Mahon in Menorca, Chanex 863 or LS863. I don't know what. Yeah, it seems like it gets it from that. Cross index of 34 at flight level 350. Don't ask me what chopper means. I do not know. So on the ground, we can expect winds at 239 degrees at 11 knots. So nigh on straight down the runway. Winds looking to be slight tail, slight crosswind en route because we're flying south and it's coming from the roughly, me swap this over. Roughly from due west. Okay, I'm just going to compare the main... well, I need to file this flight plan. I haven't done that yet. Pre-file on a network VATSIM. I changed browsers recently, so everything is not signed in. So I now need to... I just remember any... VATSIM's website tends to boot... Oh, page has expired. Nice. VATSIM's website tends to unlog you out periodically. Not whilst you're using it, but like if for some reason it seems to be if you don't use it within the week, it logs you out. That's I don't know. Yeah, that's so that's filed. So altitude is 35,000. Yeah. Okay, so Samba, Honolly, Sopil, Balan, Evpok, Narak. If I see them, we're fine. There's Evpok, Narak. Yeah, we're sorted. We're on a Samba 1 Yankee departure from Manchester. I've got to go back now. I should have put the SID in first. I'll put the star in after takeoff. It's one of my climb out departures. I believe it's on the climb out checklist. I have memorised largely, because largely it's the same. I'll be pretty truthful with you all. I only really use checklists on the 737 and on, really Boeing. And also, I obviously follow ECAM checklists for pre-takeoff and pre-landing, and obviously any ECAM actions in the event of an upset situation. But on the Airbus, I don't need a checklist. Boeing on the more modern aircraft, on the 777 and the 787, I don't think on the 747-8, I don't think. But definitely on the 777 and the 787, down by here, next to the FMCs, there's a little screen. It's sort of like a multi-purpose display, and it shows you can have checklists on it. It's quite nice. You don't need a paper checklist. I don't think it's model. I think it's in the PMDG where it's got emergency checklists. I can't remember. I haven't flown the PMDG in a long time. By a long time, I mean 2 months. Samba 1 Yankee. Stop rambling. That's not loaded. Yeah, it's not done its thing. I will do a quick radio check just to see if... The thing that I turned Volanta on to do to get the stream overlay, I have not done. That's the ticket. Give it a sec, it will... one 1920 1080. I'm just going to check this in my browser, check it started. Yes, it has. It should come on in a minute, I think. I'm going to have to I'm going to have to remove it and re-add it. Okay. Add. Browser. There we go. I'll name it something meaningful. Yay, perfect. Right, is anyone actually here on the ground? I hope so, because I do kind of want to do a radio check. Right, this is awkward. There's 2 aircraft on the ground, me and the other Chanex going to Barcelona. I nearly went to Barcelona, I wanted some short flights. If he responds, he responds. Manchester traffic, Chanex 22 Romeo Bravo, radio check. He's not on frequency, is he? No, fair enough. Okay. Let's tell it about the fuel. Oh, I haven't loaded the fuel. It's like commodity. Go away, some visor. Right. Let's load it from SimRoof. I'll just do it instantly. It would have already been loaded at the moment, to be honest with you. We've got 187 on board. We could have sent them 737, but not many people on these flights go on a Thursday, with exceptions if you have like a holiday home or something, like your own property in Spain. Most of the times, families and things will fly, if they're flying out of the summer holidays or the school holidays. A lot of them will fly on a Friday or Saturday or Sunday, just because it makes more sense. We'll go instant. Yeah, got it. Thank you. I'll turn the seatbelt sign on. Oh, I've not put Jess Glynn on. I'll just put Jet2 boarding music because I don't think that gets copyrighted. Because it's the only bit that she sings is the chorus. I'm not going to do that. There's one which is... I'm just going to do this one because I know it's kosher to say. You can't hear it, no. I need to change it. There you go. I'll turn it down just a little bit. Right, APU bleed. Come on, nav logo, wing. Right, okay. Cause I don't want to walk on my own anymore, won't you understand? Sorry. Right, 0 fuel weight, 67.2. My sounds didn't they finish up? Here they have. So darling, won't you hold my hand? 31.8.
Jet2 Holidays.
Package holidays you can trust. That's all protected. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be getting out within the next 5 minutes, hopefully. In theory. Oh. Yeah, boarding completed. Okay. I've got Jet2 announcements somewhere. Ryanair boarding music, no thanks. Announcements. Mahon, because I know they have a specific recording announcement, one for going to the UK. That's no. 2023 I think is the best 6 years ago. Let's see what this could be wrong, but the friendly on board together policy is apparently first.
Welcome on board and thanks for flying with Jet2.com and Jet2 Holidays.
You're about to take off with one of the world's most environmentally efficient airlines. We've got one of the industry's largest carbon offsetting programs, which means that when you fly with us, we've got your carbon covered. In fact, we're addressing sustainability at every stage of your journey, on the ground, in the air, and in resort.
If you haven't done so already, you still have time to download our fantastic app. It has lots of useful info, happy areas to store your travel documents, and exclusive offers. What are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Grab your phone and download our app now.
On that note, you can use your mobile phones and any other handheld devices throughout the flight, as long as they're in flight mode. However, larger items like laptops must be switched off and put away during takeoff.
If you lose your device, it becomes damaged, hot, or produces smoke, you need to tell us immediately. And don't forget, smoking and vaping are not allowed.
We want you to have a fantastic flight, so we'd like to tell you about our on-board together policy. We've created it to protect you and our cabin crew from any antisocial behaviour. As part of this, please remember that you can only drink alcohol that's served by us. If you bought alcohol in the terminal, you can't drink this on board. We want everyone to enjoy being on board together.
Please now make sure any hand luggage is safely put away and your seatbelt is fastened ready for takeoff.
We hope you have a lovely flight.
Cool. Right, I'll do sort of my announcement. We have also got some wing views. I do not know if this aircraft has a cabin in it, by which I mean a custom cabin. No, it doesn't. That's fine. Doesn't make a difference. Oh, I'm now stuck. Does just mean that this is a very posh Jet2.com and Jet2 Holidays flight, because we have got IFE systems. I mean, the A321neo EasyJet livery I use for this aircraft is instead of an IFE, they've put the sort of EasyJet seat back thing. Right, okay. So I'll just do sort of a little announcement doodah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very warm welcome aboard your Jet2.com and Jet2 Holidays flight. LS863 shortly departing for Mahon. I'm Kai, your captain, today, and the flight deck with me, First Officer, I don't know, Dave. Generic name number 22. And in the cabin, your cabin manager is Glenn. Him and his team are there for your comfort, but primarily your safety. As a part of this, they'll shortly take you through the safety features of our A321neo aircraft, and your attention is absolutely vital, even if you are a frequent flyer, as these may differ from an aircraft you may have flown on before. Our flight time today to Mahon, looking at 2 hours and 15 minutes after takeoff, cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet. Looking to be pretty smooth en route, however, obviously we do ask you to keep your seatbelt securely fastened even when the seatbelt signs are switched off in case of unexpected turbulence. I'll return to you with more information prior to our descent into Mahon. For now though, please sit back, relax and enjoy the flight. Thank you and welcome aboard. Lovely stuff. Bread and butter. Right. So we're ready to go. I'll turn the fuel pumps on now before I forget, because that is a common thing for me to do. Cloudy, so I think everyone will be very happy. That EFOB's worrying me. An EFOB at 2.4, it's safe, but it's borderline. The law is landing at least half an hour. Let me just... check how much fuel. Block fuel is 8336. We got 8320. That should be fine, I think. Touch wood. I can always load. We can load more in flight if needed. This is a special air-to-air refueling capable A321neo. It's saying for the route, trip fuel is 5,000 tons with 15-minute contingency of about 600, not 500 tons. 5 tons is what we're using for the trip. Very efficient. And a contingency for 15 minutes, a 15-minute contingency. That has to be 30 minutes, but we'll sugarcoat it. It's showing at 500 kilos. Or half a ton, if you will. And then alternate to reach to Barcelona, which is our alternate, which will take... Ooh, my microphone's decided not to cooperate today. Just tighten this. And to get to Barcelona, if we need to, that's an extra 1.3 tons and then an extra. So that adds up to 8096, and then I do not know. Oh, taxi time. 200. Apparently, it will take 20 minutes total to taxi, and 8336. So we got plenty. Yeah, I don't know why it's having a hissy fit. I think it's just worried, but I do want to get moving now because our APU is getting at it. So let's just do a quick walk around. Starting on this side, I don't think we have a flashlight, but it's fine, it's the day. Jet2 Krakow, that's this aircraft. Okay, handle needs to be painted on the door, but that's by the by. Engines looking nice and dandy. Wing surfaces, I'm just doing a very abbreviated walk around. Engine exhaust. Can't see in the landing gear bay on this aircraft without opening the doors, and I do not know how to do that. Nice wingtip. Oh, that other aircraft's vanished. Bit of a Bermuda Triangle in the middle of Manchester Airport. Cool. Yeah, as I say, this has been a very abbreviated walk around, so let's get in and we'll prepare to leave, get ready to go. Right, that's... We've got some disabled shocks, because obviously MSFS is being... Oh no, it's... Has it done it? No, it hasn't. Don't ask me why, but you can't do it within the Muckdo. Muckdo. Go away! Okay. Right, let's get ready to go. QNH is set as 1006 hectopascals. So yeah, with half an hour delay, we should be able to make that up. Okay, so our taxi route for today, what I'm thinking, we'll push back onto Zulu Orange. Then taxi, that's Echo? Zulu Echo. Delta Papa. Cross 23 right, Tango. Victor. No. Victor Tango. And then take off from, it'll take off from the threshold, we might as well. We've paid for the runway, we might as well use it. Okay. Right, so Jet2 A321neo safety demo. I know there is a recording of it. Manchester traffic. Chanex 22 Romeo Bravo, stand 111, pushing back, facing to the west onto Zulu. Go away. Right, release parking brakes. Off block 759 Zulu. Puts us in the yellow on my little tracking thing. Right, ignition, engine 1 master on.
Doors to automatic, cross-check and report, please.
Little thing I just noticed. So we'll give them a second to do that, and we'll give them a ding to... I don't know if... Turn on the crew oxygen. Lovely. Oh, I forgot the beacon. Maybe I do need a checklist after all. That's auto, that's nice, that'll stay on. Right, let's do the safety demo. Well, that's an A321-200. I saw yesterday A321neo safety demo. YouTube's having a moment, so it might take some time, but we've got a long taxi ahead of us.
It's time to take you through the safety procedures for our Airbus A321neo. It's very important, so please remove any headphones and listen carefully.
In the seat pocket in front of you, you'll find a safety instruction card.
It has all sorts of safety information, with details about emergency doors and escape routes, oxygen masks, how to use the life jackets, the brace position, and more.
And you'll find even more safety info in
Alright,
our
Dave.
Getaway magazine.
It's my friend Dave there.
Please be aware of the safety signs.
Dave,
in the
a lot of
cabin
people at this
and follow
airline are called
all
Dave.
instructions given by us.
That's my mate Dave from the crew room. There's my friend Dave with me in the flight deck. Everyone's called Dave. Nice trees. Manchester Airport have done a good job with
To help you find your
it.
way to the exits when there's reduced lighting and visibility, we have extra lighting in the
Because
ceiling.
it looks quite cool. I don't know why.
And at the
I just
aisle
like the
on
look of
the
the
floor.
flaps deploying. New split flaps in
Take a look for your
A321neo.
nearest exits now, bearing
We'll
in
do it
mind
quick.
that they may be behind you.
If you need to leave the plane quickly, take off your shoes or anything that may damage the slide. Leave all luggage behind and go
We
to
haven't
your
shut the
nearest
flight deck.
usable
Sorry,
exit.
I haven't shut the flight deck
If
door.
there's a change in cabin pressure, masks like these will appear from the panel above your head. As soon as you see it, pull down to start the flow of oxygen. Breathe normally as you put it over your mouth and nose. Then adjust to fit. Make sure you put your own mask on first, before helping anyone else. The bag on the mask may not inflate, but rest assured oxygen will still be flowing.
A life jacket is located under your seat. When told by us, remove it from its bag by pulling the tab and pull it over your head.
Manchester traffic, Channex 22 Romeo Bravo, taxi into holding point Papa 1, runway 23 right, via Zulu Blue, Zulu Echo, Delta and Papa. I don't think there is anyone here, so I might be speaking to myself.
Pulling down on this red toggle. If you need to inflate it more, blow into this tube.
There's also a light and a whistle to help you attract attention.
It's time to fasten your seatbelt. Simply press the two metal ends of your seatbelt together until they click. Then pull the strap to the
I do
chest
quite
so
looking
it's
at the
tight
safety
around your waist.
demonstrations about the holiday airlines, because they acknowledge that people might not fly with them often
So you're
compared
ready
to
to
likes
take
of
off.
EasyJet.
Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened, your tray table and cup holder folded away, your armrests down, and your window blinds fully open. Please check that bags or loose items are safely put under the seat in front of you.
Thanks for listening. We'll soon be on our way.
Okay, oh, that's when I forget the taxway swaps over here very suddenly. Right, auto brake max, cabin, ding dong. That is actually quite realistic. I think fly-by-wire on the, I don't think it's possible on the A380 yet, but on the A321neo, if you press the chime, it classes as cabin being checked. But I watched a video, I think, by EasyJet, either EasyJet Sim pilot or A330 driver, both very good people, very informative. But they said, one of them said that I think it was more likely to be A330 driver because he's type raced on Airbus. That then means that the crew have to now answer a call from us, not us checking that the cabin is ready, which apparently makes it take longer for cabin ready to appear. So, you know, right. Oh, that might be why. Okay, pre-takeoff checklist complete. Or at least according to the ECAM it is. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit just because I'm slightly conscious about it later. We've got 20 minutes taxi time allowed. So really we need to be at the runway within the next 5 minutes at the latest. Obviously we've got plenty of time. It's not EasyJet. It is. Going to Geneva. EasyJet now are sort of spreading out a bit around Terminal 1 now that a lot of the other airlines have left. Not that way, no, that's Echo 2, I think that taxiway is. I don't know. I have to say, I have not seen an A380 in Manchester in a while. When the fly-by-wire released, it was like you couldn't move for them. When I arrived in from Dubai on one flight, I ended up on a remote stand. Not that there's anything wrong with remote stands, I just ended up on one. Though I'm very interested to see if we ever get across the land event from the UK. I don't think it has ever happened, it's mainly been from mainland Europe. If we do, I've gone the wrong way here. Oh no, I haven't. As long as I turn left here. Is this Papa? Papa 4. Lovely. Nice bread and butter stuff. Things are seeming too quiet. I haven't started FS Realistic. I don't know why, but it isn't auto starting anymore. So we should get now more camera shakes and it will sound a bit different. If you, by the way, if any of you have any routes that you want me to try fly, then do just let me know. Put it either in the stream chat or anywhere, because I am open to suggestions of places to fly. Because to be honest, I fly a lot of the same routes all the time on a lot of the same airlines. I mean, I do want to fly a bit more in Africa and a bit more in Asia and South America. Maybe fly a bit more around the States. Not that much at the moment, I'll be honest with you, but this is Papa 1, isn't it? Perfect. I'll take left, no one on final. Manchester traffic, Channel X22 Romeo Bravo, crossing runway 23 right at Papa 1. As well, use a bit more look out the window, see what's going on this side. So now here's the question of the day, if you want one, left or right side of the plane, and then you could probably expand on that as it is front or back. For me, I don't mind front or back, or in the middle, as long as it's not in the middle, as long as it's not the back row on an EasyJet A320, you're fine, because that back row, row 31 it is on the 320neo, well, anyone with the Space Flex doesn't have a window on row 31. Be mindful about that. I mean, it's nice because if they disembark from the rear, you're you're the first, pretty much the first off. But it's not the best if you want to look out the window. For some reason, the spoilers keep disarming themselves. I've got a side-tech yoke and throttle quadrant with a thrustmaster side stick, and it doesn't like, I don't know, it just does weird things. Okay, let's turn on all the lights. So strobe lights on, wings are already on. Other question, if any of you actually keep the turn the wing lights on. I personally do, just because I like the extra visibility. Okay, now to traffic, Channel X22 Romeo Bravo via Tango 1, entering and departing runway 23 left. Samba 1 Yankee departure will be initially climbing to altitude 5,000 feet, matching to traffic. I like to be informative. I'd rather say a bit too much and a bit too little. Everything's set on the autopilot. I'll just tell the cabin crew. Cabin crew, seats to take off. They should already be sat down, but it's just a little last reminder. Right, let's go. Off to Mahon. Very exciting. Very bumpy runway by the looks of things. If that's a Mako thing, fair play to them, but Mako seems to be quite good for terrain in my opinion. Okay, I'm not going to do the 40 bit because when I do the 40 bit, I always miss the gate for the D10 for the flex stem. I've got 7 flaps off. Gives a bit more performance. Right, man, flex, SRS, nav, flex 48. 100 knots. I've forgotten to start the chrono. V1, rotate. Doesn't end now. Be careful of the tail. Whoa. Follow the flight directors, follow the flight directors. Climbing, positive climb. Gear up. I haven't got it mapped for some reason. AP1 on. Thrust climb. And I'll set this to flight level 350. Just so we know, get a nice climb up. Although the way the Manchester SIDS work, we will not be. So that was airborne 0911, so 811. So it's actually just over 10 minutes, which is good. Okay, right. My mouse has vanished. Right, okay, runway turn off, packs on. Nice. climbing through the clouds. Flaps up. Manchester traffic, Chanex 22 Romeo Bravo, clear of runway 23, left passing, flight level, correction, passing altitude 3,000 feet for flight level 350. I'm going to have to do a manual climb. Once we've achieved 250 knots, I'll do a manual climb up to at least 7,000 feet. That is a lovely view over Greater Manchester, by the way, I have to note. I've got a engine view, which I always think engine views on the climb out, and in turns look very nice. Right, I'll play the after takeoff announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stay seated until the seatbelt signs have been turned off, and please buckle up when you're in your seat.
Be careful when opening overhead lockers, as things might have moved around. Don't forget, smoking and vaping are not allowed in any part of the plane, including the toilets.
Our cabin crew are currently preparing our famously friendly in-flight service. Take a look at our tasty menu. We've got loads on offer, so see what takes you fancy, and we'll be with you soon.
Okay, so I've cycled the seatbelt signs, which is basically a note telling the crew that they're good to stand up. Right, let me just check on, you won't be able to see because I'm doing this on a different device, but I'm going to check on Navigraph charts. What arrival we should use. Wow, that looks pretty. I thought I had up that to the clouds to high. I think I have. It's just or did I? I changed, as you'll remember, I changed some settings right before I started. And one of the ones that I meant to up was volumetric clouds, but by the looks of things, I don't think I have. I do not know why. It always looks very satisfying deploying the spoilers. Not from that angle. There we go. That's quite a nice view, I think. So it's down 250 knots, obviously below 10,000 feet. By the way, if anyone knows anything about reverse thrusts in the A321neo and things, if you wouldn't mind telling me, I would really appreciate it, because I can never get it to work. Stow them now. The landing light actually does give us a bit of extra drag during the descent phase. Yeah, I know. The landing light gives a bit of drag on the descent phase, so not much. It's minimal, but it gives us it's in a little bit of extra. I say on the descent phase as if it doesn't act, as if the laws of physics don't act on it during takeoff. It does, but it's more. You prefer it during the descent. Is what I'm trying to say. Typical, as we obviously hit the thermals as it starts to get a bit warmer. It will get bumpier as we go lower. We aren't actually that far out now. Cool, we got the ILF, the localizer. Haven't got the glide slope diamond yet. This is a very interesting turn, and then important question: where's the runway? I can't see it yet. I don't know if anyone else can. If you can, tell me where it is. I also would just wish to apologise for those watching this live about the early start. I have had some scheduling conflicts, which is why I initially looked at moving it, but that didn't happen. So I do apologise about the rather early start, which is why I neglect to sort of only really explain that sort of little Simbury feature I mentioned about blocking off airspace that you don't want to fly through. So I'll show that properly now, but yes. Apparently clouds are on high, which is good. Actually, what I'm now going to do, I've just seen the diamond approach, just so we have a bit more of a continuous descent. I'm going to route direct to the... I'm just going to route direct to the approach, to be honest. Oh god, what have I done? Ah, I pressed the wrong button. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to change this now to be hold at 5,000 feet. It's not going to like me for it because it will overshoot it. So once we turn final, I will set up all the flaps and everything. So the thing I wanted it to avoid was actually climbing up the approach. It should now descend. It's not descending. So I get it to descend with the ILS. I'll decelerate now to 220 knots. Cabin crew, seats for landing. And then hopefully we should intercept the glide slope and everything. This turbulence, for some reason, is actually helping us with deceleration. It's really rare for that to happen. Okay, so I'll announce the final. Mahon traffic, Chanex 2 to Romeo Bravo, turning for final for ILS runway 19er. I'm going to have to go lower, so what I'm going to do, I'll use... Normal ILS glide slope is about that, which it's not doing. Come on. So I'll go double it and then we should intercept it nice and soon. So now we'll flaps 1. Confirm set on the... So yeah, so flaps 1 only sets the slats once airborne, but on the ground it sets flaps 2. Flaps 1 plus F, sorry. Oh, I need to slow down. Actually, I should be. My general rule of thumb is 180 until 10, 160 until 5. Oh, no, God. No, not up, down. Okay, maybe interfering with the approach was a bad idea. We're meant to be at 1,900 feet, we're 1,000 feet too high. Rod stable, okay. We'll go around. What's the go around procedure? Go around. Climb on wait, then turn left grip. Climb into 2,500. Mahon traffic, Town X22 Romeo Bravo going around. I'll just do a straight left turn. It's fine. We'll just go. I'll just fly back round to the approach fix. I'll leave flaps in the one position. I can't fully remember the approach procedure. I'll hide the map for you. Maybe I should just have turned. Yeah, we'll turn back left again. The bright side, we get a nice little tour of the island. I haven't missed out any of the announcements, have I? Pre-landing, and then it's... Get that ready, because we're a non-UK arrival. As in... By that I mean, it's not a landing into the UK. So now I'll descend 2,000 feet. As soon as the diamond comes into view, I'll begin the turn as soon as it appears there. If you can see my mouse, I don't know if you can. Oh, it already has. Okay, so we need to turn left first. Heading 274. We're just doing right angles here. That's worked out perfectly. And if I arm approach from here, I'll just treat it as a short downwind. Should have the glide slope as well. Left two. There we go. Getting a bit further than further than last time. With regards to deceleration, anyway. Done it again. Right. Out of control. Not really the smoothest landing, I will be honest with you. I'll go with visual.
Retard.
Floating.
Retard. Retard.
Max manual. Woo! Well, that was interesting. Ryanair would be paying me a fortune in thanks for doing our job for us. Right, I'm just going to hold here, put flaps and things up. We're 30 degrees, so we need to set flaps 1F on the ground, APU, bleed. I'll leave them down just so we don't have to drag them out again. And we turn off, strobe off, APU start, chrono off. Mahon traffic, Chanex 22 Romeo Bravo vacated, runway 19, taxiing to stand 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're sure you can't wait to enjoy your holiday, but for now, you must stay seated and buckled up.
You're not allowed to smoke or vape on the way to the terminal or in the terminal itself. And before you go, please make sure you've got everything with you, and take care when you open the overhead lockers, as some things may have moved during the flight.
Our friendly team will be happy to help you in the terminal. You can't miss them. They're wearing our famous red uniform, and of course, a big welcoming smile.
Thanks for flying with us today, and from all of us, have a lovely holiday.
I'll just record on my spreadsheet that we have landed at 10:21, 1 minute ahead of the estimate. 5 minutes late, but that's negligible. The fact we left half an hour late, we've made up pretty much all of it. That's quite good if you ask me. Quick little look outside the window. I'll explain the flap thing if you want. So the reason that basically on Airbus, it's a sensor. I'll Google the name of it. I can't remember what it is. Basically, it there's something that can overheat, and when the temperature, which basically doesn't like it to be above 28 degrees, or doesn't like the direct sun, something like that. And basically, to avoid an error coming up, an ECAM error, to basically overcome it, you just set flaps 1 on the ground, and it's enough to shield it. And apparently, it's the same on every Airbus aircraft, I believe. Right, we're on stand 2-1. There's some stairs there. Turn taxi lights off. That looks to be it. 2-1. Cabin crew slides, cabin crew doors to automatic. Now we've got a marshaller, yeah. Whoa, bit fast. Oh, hang on, we've gone too far. Apparently. Have I? Oh, sorry, love. Did it want me to stop on the first mark? We'll see. Seatbelt signs off. Beacon off. Iberia handling. I press reposition at current gate. It's good. Yeah, it's going to shove us back a bit. Okay, that's fine. 10 minutes late, all told. Right, operate stairs, please, Iberia. They got rid of the poor passengers. I think I can open the window. I can. Get some fresh air. But the aircon's on, so that's not worthwhile, is it? I think I can turn off the flight deck air. Okay, I'll shut the window then. If we didn't have bleed air, I wouldn't, but we do in this instance, so I'll shut the window. Lovely. I'm just going to have a look what our feet per minute was. It was an interesting flight. We're the first person to arrive here in Mahon. 200 feet per minute, that's quite nice. That must be why the passengers clapped. Lovely stuff. There's the stairs attached. Yep, doors are open. I'll open the door and we will request deboarding. We'll recater here, I think. Oh, wait for those stairs. Bus is coming. We'll play the announcement just whilst the bus is on its way. It's an announcement, just basically, I don't know what it is. We'll find out.
Just to let you know, everything left behind will be handled to our ground team.
Thanks for flying with Jet2.com and Jet2 Holidays.
Right, we've got about 45 minutes on the ground. That's plenty of time. Wait for the passengers to get off. They'll cram onto the buses and we'll go from there. Thank you. Appreciate it, love. Okay, Volanta's not. I'm just going to hide. I've hidden the overlay just because it will look a bit nicer without it. Passengers are now deboarding. The bags are deboarding. Got the new co-bus as well. For such a such a busy flight, they would have sent an extra bus. So I don't know why GSX only sends one bus. Because for speed, they normally end up having them queue, and you end up basically you don't have to wait. Well, most of the time, airport dependent, I should note. What we'll do, methinks, we'll prepare the flight. Keep opening the. I'm going to unpin the Microsoft Store from my taskbar because I always open it by mistake because it's right next to my browser. Actually, this aircraft is flying at the moment, or has been flying. I think it's in Barcelona, which is quite funny. It's spending a lot of time. Oh no, that's because I'm looking at the Barcelona route. See where this aircraft LS. So it's been based at Edinburgh for some time, and now it's based in Manchester. It's gone to Naples, Gran Canaria, Ibiza, Paphos, Corfu, Kos, Faro, Paphos, Barcelona, Manchester. I feel a bit stupid now. Baggage nearly unloaded. Poor crew member there stood at the door. Whoa, that's not good for you. Well, what's it not happy about? Brakes hot, I had a feeling. Right, let's... I'm not going to get ready for the next flight. What I'm going to... Good. I'm going to leave you just with like a little... We'll have a little intermission or type thing. Or for those of you... Well, will I have to split it into two parts? I haven't decided if I will have split it into two parts. So, for those of you watching after the stream, it's either a separate video... I'll flash it on screen now if it's a separate video, or... if it's the same video. You'll know because it will say it in the title if it's part 1 or part 2. But for those of you watching live, we'll have a little intermission for about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to go... No, it's too early for lunch. Put my footrest down, get the tray table out. This is why I love Airbus. Little footrest and tray table. First officer Dave can also have a footrest and tray table out. Go on, Dave, get your sarnies out. If you're not from the UK or you have never heard of that before, you're living under a rock, you will know that I should know sarnies means sandwiches. So you have your ham sarnies or something at the beach. Don't think, unfortunately, with our 45-minute turnaround, we haven't got time to go have our sarnies on the beach. Unfortunately, it would have been nice, but we'll have to hold off on that. Unfortunately. So yes, what I will do, about a 15-minute or so break, and we're back to prepare for the next flight. And hopefully all these lot will have already gone off. We will recater, I'll recater then, and we'll begin boarding. It won't take long to board. I'm not expecting it to be that busy. Again, it's a Thursday, so it won't be that busy. I will